Oh, I see it. There it is. Okay. Rico. Rico here? Should be. Hi, Rico. Rico, you here?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, great. Okay, so how was the walking for you? Was it clear? Something you could practice during the week?
Yeah, definitely. I understood it once I started doing. Yeah.
Okay, so Sneha was just uh, saying that it was like a walking meditation, and she's
Mm-hmm.
practiced that, but going backwards was a little more difficult. So, so walking meditations are meant not to be difficult, so you can focus on the breath, right?
Mm-hmm.
We actually want to do more focusing on the feet. The breath is important, but we want to bring our attention down into what our legs and feet and everything below the belly button is our ground. We use those muscles in that area. It's called our base. Okay. So in Aikido, we sit in this position a lot. The way they're sitting, you guys can see the screen share. Okay, this is an exercise we would do if we were in the dojo, where this man is pushing against this woman's chest or her sternum bone, and she's grounding. She's going deep, like being a mountain. And this is a famous Aikido teacher, and his student is trying to lift him, and he's so grounded he can't lift him. So we also do that. I always pick the smallest person, like Sneha, in the class, and I get her to be like a mountain, and then I get a big guy in the class to try to lift her up. And you could see, you do kind of a before and after, you lift them and feel their weight. And if she weighs 90 pounds or whatever, after she does the weight underside, she'll feel like she weighs 180 pounds. It's truly amazing. So we do this by dropping our attention. We use our attention and feel all the undersides of our body. So you can practice this weight underside with all this, like either sitting, standing, walking, turning. So if we have time, we'll do that. But I'd like to take you kind of through a little weight underside mountain meditation, okay? We're gonna sit for this. So you could start with your eyes closed, just to kind of come into the body and feel how when we close the eyes, it's much easier for us to attend to what's going on with our body. You can feel the breath easier when there's no outward distraction. And you want to follow the breath downward. So we put the attention on the down. There's a sensation of the breath coming up and the breath going down, like a wave in the ocean. So you really want to ride the downward wave to the belly. Just feel a deepening and widening as you exhale. Sort of widening down through the torso. As it goes down, it spreads through the belly and the hips, below the hips, to that area. The hips are contacting your chair, your seat. As if that breath could ooze into the chair, sinking down. And that breath, as it goes down, sinks and spreads into the back of the thighs. Feel the back of the thighs sinking down, merging with the chair. Follow the legs, the thighs down to the calves and feel them sink down toward the floor. Feel the breath deepen down into the calves, down into the heels of the feet. Feel if the feet are making full contact. If you're sitting cross-legged, it could just be the legs. You're sitting in a chair, you want your feet, the contours of the heels and the sides of the feet and the balls of the feet and the toes are all sinking down into the ground. As if the ground can be like a sponge bed. And their feet are merging with that soft, spongy ground. Feel as if your feet are growing roots downward through that spongy ground. Those roots are reaching down deeper, growing sideways, spreading like a tree, spreading deeper and farther beyond the body. Keep sinking down, keep feeling the weight of the body, the substance of the body. Everything's settling like one of those snow, forgot what they're called, where you shake them up and all the snow whips up and then it settles down. Or like a calm lake, all the sediment settles to the bottom. Feel the shoulders sink down, sinking down to where they're not held by anything. They're just heavy and relaxed. Elbows are heavy. The hands are relaxed and sinking down. The lower back and the upper back are settled down. Feel how quiet you can become when you sink down and settle into your ground. Sometimes when there's nothing you can do about a problem, just be a mountain. So you have to wait. You can't make something happen. Be with your ground. It's very relaxing, very nourishing. Just feel like you're a mountain that's been here, sitting here for eons of time. You don't even know what time is. You're so present. There's only this moment now. Very quiet and still in the mountain. So in Aikido, we want to learn to bring this kind of groundedness into our movement. Even though pure grounded energy doesn't move, it's like a mountain. It moves very slowly. So we did a little bit of walking, a little different kind of walking with the lifting the knee, but now I want you to we're going to take a moment to see if we can keep this sense of settled and make a movement to standing. So as we talked about last week, we want our eyes to be soft. We don't want to do this closed eyes. So you're letting your eyes be soft. as if you're looking down inside, down toward your legs and feet. And staying connected to the feet because they're the connectors to the ground, to the earth. How would you move without disturbing that sense of being a mountain? So you have all the time in the world, let's say. You have to pretend, but when you're in mountain mode or grounded mode, you'll move in a way that'll allow you to stay grounded when you make a shift. So I'm situating myself to stand so that I stand from the ground up. I'm coming a little forward with my hips and feet so that I can rise. And the point is, when you rise, you stay down energetically. You know what I mean? Your attention is down. Now I'm going to sit back down. Okay, so just this sort of action. Can I stay in this weight underside, calm place, not get tense, really relax, connected to the ground, standing again. Do I still feel like a mountain? Did my shoulders come up? Okay. And then I sit again. Okay, so let me come back to you guys. Okay, do you see how if your goal is to go somewhere, you won't even think about this, right? You go somewhere. We go through our day going places and we're tense and we're hurried and we're out in front of ourselves. So this practice is to kind of like bring in this element of the earth. How about we go places and do things without leaving this connection to our base, to our earthy, quiet, that inner mountain. It's really important, especially in a crisis. So when things are, you've got a client, say, Sneha, that's going crazy or having an emotional breakdown or something. You need to be strong. You need to be calm, right? So this is a really good energy for that. And toward the end of our class, maybe the last fourth class, fifth class, somewhere in there, we're going to work with the elements. So we're already into the earth element, but we call it ground in Aikido, but it's part of the elemental thing. Did everybody get a feeling for weight underside with that little meditation? Got it? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna share something again. Anything you want to say something, Sneha?
No, I just take out nothing.
Okay. So I sent the PDF to Sneha so she can share it with you guys. Now, at the beginning, Sneha, when you weren't here, we did this relax under pressure practice, and now I'm checking in with that again. And I'm sorry, I remembered to turn the recording on right after we did it. So here I wanted to do it before we did anything, before we were kind of in our bodies. And now I'm going to do the same thing. Everybody knows what I'm going to do but Sneha. So now I'm assuming you're in a little different space after all the grounding we've done, right? Okay, so in Aikido, as you recall, Sneha, we grabbed, we did strikes, we did punches. So because we're on Zoom, I can't do that to you guys. So I'm going to do a different kind of attack. All right, you ready? I want you to just notice how you feel, what you're thinking, your sensations, your responses or reactions to what I say. What an idiot you are. How come you did that? You're always making mistakes like this. Why can't you get your act together? Just notice if your breathing changed, if your heartbeat changed, if you felt some butterflies in the stomach, maybe thoughts. I was saying earlier that, this could trigger wounding. So do you see why when someone is attacking you like that, we want to have soft eyes? It's a way of getting off the line, Sneha. We haven't learned that yet, but it's a way of mentally being off the line. So when we learn off the line, it's kind of a way of blending with aggressive people. Also, the breathing is a real clue that we're stressed, right? I know when I was yelling at you guys, I was holding kind of, I had to tighten my chest to say those things. I had to get real tight in my heart. How could I say that if I had an open, calm heart? Okay. And getting back to the nose breathing. So let's hear, how was that? Was that different than this morning earlier, like an hour ago when we did it?
It was much different. I mean, previously when you said it in the beginning, I sort of felt attacked in a way, but right now it did not like affect me in any way. I just focused on my breathing. That's it.
Fantastic. So it's really important that you see that this may seem sort of dumb or simple, but it really is powerful. It does work when we practice. And it's really kind of simple, but it's not really easy in real life, because real life is challenging with people we love, or people, say somebody that you're married to said that to you, or your mother said that to you, or somebody close to you. It's very painful. But if you can stay grounded and, like what you said, Sangeeta, stay with your breathing. Anything else? Something that Sangeeta said, I'm just going to throw it out there if this is also what you experience. The first time you may have been sort of hooked in by that other person, like losing your boundaries. This time, that person, the person attacking you, is out there separate. They're not inside your head. They're not you. You're bound. You see what I mean? Do you feel that difference, that your boundaries were better? That's that. Go ahead.
I didn't feel it in my body as much as I felt it the first time.
Oh,
like the first time I really felt it in my body, like when you said that it comes up, like that sort of reaction, or that sort of like heartbeat and that energy that just comes up and out. I felt it very like tangibly the first time, but then this time I barely felt it.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were more like a mountain. Imagine somebody yelling at the mountain. So we have a mountain in us that we can resort to when stuff is hard out there. There's a lot of pressure on you. Good, that's good. See, you were staying down, in and down, not let the energy take you out and scattering you or getting you caught up in, gee, is it true? Am I really an idiot? That's what we often, if people will do, they'll actually believe that other person instead of just seeing them as having issues, and it's really not about you. Okay. Okay. All right, so I gave you a little homework here, practicing grounding with people. So just noticing, it's just, you notice if you're pulling away or going forward or just whatever you're doing, you come back to this grounded mountain feeling. So there's some other things here you can read. I don't want to take up your time because we're done. And the thought of the week, I kind of love this picture, even though it kind of came out blurry. But I wanted this to be here because I feel when we're grounded, we're more in reality. What's real, what's true, not theories, ideologies, opinions. Those are all fine. That's what the mind does. So you learn to differentiate between what's real and what's false. Okay. So that's my thought for you guys to ponder. That's might come up with some interesting insights, and feel free to share with me during the week. I think everybody has my email. Anything about the practice or any questions maybe you don't want to ask in class, you can ask me during the week, okay? And I sent the PDF to you, Sneha. If you would pass it around, that'd be great. Anything before we finish class? Anybody have a question, comment, quickie? We're all good?
Thanks for
Okay.
teaching.
Okay, you're welcome. So our little finishing ritual is, remember domo, arigato. Yeah, okay, so bring the hands just like before when we started class. And I say it and then you say it back to me. Domo arigato gozaimashita.
Domo arigato
Domo
gozaimasu.
arigato gozaimashita.
And then we bow. I forgot to mention that. Japanese, we do this sitting, kneeling on the ground, and we do a full bow. So great. Okay, well, thank you all very much. Have a wonderful grounded week. And
Thank you so much.
we'll see you all next week. Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks
so
so
much, SueAnn.
Thank you.